Yes. Good evening, students. This is Dr. Shri Prakash Soni. In this semester, I am going to teach you fundamentals of financial management. In this course, Unit 1, we are going to start. In Unit 1, today we will see Introduction to Financial Management. We will cover today definition, nature, and scope of financial management. So before going to start with the topic, can anybody will tell me, according to you, what do you mean by financial management? I don't want any any specific definition. Whatever you know about financial management, you can tell me. Yes. Okay. Today we will see what do you mean by financial management. So financial management is a critical function of any business organization focusing on the effective and efficient management of financial resources. Each and every organization needs finance, need capital, need money. So its proper utilization, its effective utilization of all the available resources is very, very important. It involves planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the financial activities. If you have a very good plan, but to implement that plan, if you do not have sufficient financial resources, you cannot implement the same. So that is why there is a need of finance, and hence whatever the finance or funds are available, its proper utilization is very, very important. Now let's see what do you mean by financial management, its official definition. Financial management refers to the strategic planning, organizing, directing, controlling of financial undertakings in an organization or an institute. So whatever the funds are available or it is required for the future projects, for future activities, for future things, then it's proper planning, then required funds, how to organize it properly, allocate it properly to the different departments for the different activities, different functions, then check whether they are utilizing it for the proper purpose, required purpose or not. So that is nothing but the financial management. What is the purpose of financial management? The purpose of financial management is to ensure the efficient and effective management of all the financial resources to achieve the organization's objective. Each and every organization, they are having their own objective, and the general objective of organization is they want to grow and earn more and more profit, except NGOs. So that is why, example, we can say that managing the funds of the company, the investment decision, where to invest, when to invest, how to invest, and how much to invest, and the budgeting part, required funds, how to allocate, how to arrange, etc. So all these things are nothing but the financial management. Let's see the nature of financial management. Now, the nature of financial management includes three important parts, that is dynamic process, decision making, and the analytical. So what do you mean by dynamic process? Financial management is a continuous and dynamic process. Suppose I want to start a business, and if I will prepare a plan, and according to that, if I will arrange the funds and manage the funds and start the business, then I cannot say that my job becomes over. No, it is a continuous process for future purposes, for expansion purposes, for continuous activity purposes. You need continuous planning. So that is why it is a dynamic and continuous process. Decision making. It involves critical decision making to maximize the shareholders' wealth. Only profit maximization is not the goal of any organization, but increase the value of shareholders' wealth is the another ultimate goal of every organization. And that is why how to increase the value of shareholders' wealth is the most important part and the critical challenge for every organization. And hence, whatever decision company will take, company need to take the decision very carefully, systematically, considering all pros and cons of the organization, as well as what will happen in the future, considering its positive as well as the negative effects of the organization. Then analytical. What do you mean by analytical? It requires analytical skills to evaluate the financial performance and the conditions. Suppose, say share market is say increasing continuously, and in that case, if you would like to invest in the share market, definitely this is not a right decision. Why? Because the present market condition is not good for the investment. Generally, when share market goes down, that time you can invest, and whenever share market goes up, you can withdraw the funds from the share market. So that is why when to invest, where to invest, how to invest, and how much to invest. This is very important. And for all these purposes, you require analytical skills so that you can evaluate the different financial proposals, financial options, financial avenues related to investment of the funds in any company. Now, let's continue with the next part. Key functions of financial management. The key functions of financial management includes investment decision, financing decision, as well as the dividend decisions. Now, what do you mean by investment decision? The investment decisions means determining where to allocate the resources for best returns. For example, I am having 5 lakhs rupees and I would like to invest this 5 lakh rupees. So my question is, how to invest and where to invest? If I know the proper investment avenues, so that if I will get, so that I can get the higher returns. And that is why this is very important for individual. Same way for organization, how to invest, whether company shall invest in new machinery or new technology or not. If company will invest in new machinery or technology, in that case, this will help to reduce the time and the production process or the production efficiency will improve. So that is why in which type of machinery or which type of technology company shall invest, this decision is very, very important. And that is why this decision should be taken by the company as well as the finance department very carefully. Then the next key function is financing decisions, deciding the best funding mix. For example, choosing between equity financing and debt financing. Each and every company needs the capital. So suppose company require say 50 lakh rupees capital. So there is no point to raise entire 50 lakhs either by issuing equity shares or either by taking long-term bank loan or by issuing debentures. There should be a proper combination of debt and equity. That is nothing but equity capital plus preference capital, debentures like this, or bank loan. So that if company will go with the proper mixture of say funding, in that case, this decision may be definitely a good for the organization so that company can handle the business properly. Because if company will take some loan, naturally company need to repay. And if company will repay, then definitely in future, company can grow easily because there is no liability. Is it clear? And the third important decision is dividend decisions. In dividend decisions, whatever the profit earned by the company, the part of profit company need to share in the form of dividend with the shareholders. So that is why distribution of dividend to the shareholders is very, very important task for any company. And that is why company should take this decision very carefully, and hence declaring a quarterly dividend or interim dividend is very important so that the shareholders or investors will get an idea regarding the dividend or rate of dividend. Then let's see the real world examples of financial management decision. Say investment decision. For example, Apple Incorporation decided to invest billions in research and development of activity for the new products. And that is why you know that in mobile, Apple company's mobile phones are very say costly as compared to the other companies like Samsung, OnePlus, etc. or MI. Why? Because Apple is investing huge amount of money in their R&D activities, and that is why their phone's features are different as compared to the other companies' mobile. Second, financing decision. You can take the example here, Tesla Incorporation. Tesla Incorporation issuing new shares to raise the capital for expansion. They are not just going with the loan of bank or bank loan. Then dividend decision. Procter and Gamble, we can say that popularly known as P&G. P&G maintains a consistent dividend payout ratio to retain the investors' confidence, and that is why their rate of dividend or dividend ratio, payout ratio is consistent or fixed since last so many years, and it helps to build the investors' confidence, and investors can continue their investment in the said company. Remaining part of the session we will continue at the time of next session. Thank you.